Hello. If you were wondering if I'm making another video straight after the previous video, you are right. So, this time, what I want to talk about is, you're probably wondering, why am I speaking so weird? Actually, I don't know. So, I think I say the word "so" quite a bit. Do you have words like this? You just keep saying, keep repeating, and then you catch yourself, and then you just can't stop thinking about it. Anyway, would be one of these words. So I decided, I had this project, I had this website, I had this, I uploaded a couple of videos and thinking, what's the point, and dealing with all sorts of self-doubt and, just trying to make sure what kind of direction am I going. And the thing is that I have been lied to, or I've lied to myself in my life, thinking that you have to figure things out before you start something, and it's actually not true. All these things you figure out as you're doing them, and there is no other way. There's no other way that you're gonna have like a perfect plan crafted before you actually take action. And as soon as you take action, you see things clearly. You see what you don't need. You see what you do need, and it all becomes clearer. And the thing is to just enjoy this. And I think that also, I know it could have driven some people crazy because I was overthinking little details instead of doing the thing. But I still think that actually I do quite enjoy. I don't know. I don't think people think sometimes like, oh, you have to think about what you want. It's like, I love figuring out what I want. I love looking for what I want, and I know that these things can change. Well, when I'm on the road, as they're happening, there's so many. What are we even talking about? This is just a starter. I'm just enjoying the whole new medium, which is very weird. I remember when YouTube was a thing, like started being a thing, and at the beginning it was just silly videos of people, of cats or people falling. And I remember, I think I was a kid and like a teenager or something, and my friends were showing me videos, like funny videos, and I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna watch this. This is like a waste of time. And then next thing you know, just watching another compilation of people falling down the stairs or something like that. But then it became really big, and then it became like, all this makeup girls, and I used to watch all the makeup girls, and I wanted to be a makeup girl as well. And then I realized that's gonna cost a lot of money to be a makeup girl because they have all the shit and I don't. And what am I gonna do? I'm not saying, okay, yeah, that's, there's a lot of they do really, really cool stuff. It's just that I realized that, oh, this is it's gonna be difficult to, yeah, maybe. It's just I realized it wasn't for me. Simple as that. It's like, oh, hello guys, I just show you my new cosmetics, and I have this, this, and this, and that's all you really ever need. And just make sure it's cruelty free. Bye. So I decided makeup wasn't for me. And as much as I enjoy doing it, I haven't seen myself in this position. Always finding many excuses not to do certain things. So I wasn't this because, yeah, I can't, or whatever. So, but I was watching, I was just like eating this, like consuming these videos, and it helped me at some point, actually. It really helped me. It's funny because I was in a very bad place in my life, and I discovered this Jolly Girls who are completely different than me, because I was always kind of reserved and composed and dark comparing to what I can be sometimes, because then I unleash the beast and I'm just crazy and I'm weird and happy and upbeat. But you know, I just couldn't, you know, I wasn't these people. And but it was nice, you know, to watch someone doing the thing that is not like you, it's different. And the thing is that I was really like watching it, and that gave me hope, exactly like this positivity of people who, you know, you can see their lives, and it gave me like a hope that there is something else. Because when you are in your bubble, when you are in your, when you're depressed or in some kind of codependent situation that I was, you kind of think that that's all there is, and that's your reality, and that's where you put your standards, where you kind of define your standards in relation to what you know, and you don't realize that no, it does not end here, and there is something completely different, and if there is something completely different, there must be something in between too, and you know, there's just endless possibility of change. So that's how it helped me. And I remember even trying to do my whole video, but it was very fake. So it was sweet now. And then I was trying to follow my journey to London and to become an actress, and then I realized that I wasn't doing very well trying to become an actress. So you know, I just, you know, I left that, and I was concentrated more on trying to survive really in London, I guess. And to be honest, part of me will always regret that, although it's a useless thing to regret, and I don't want to, I'm not gonna hold on to that. But you know, there's this when I'm thinking, you know, the places I've been, the things I've felt and I was going through, and you know, different walks I took, and different places I visited, and like I wish I was recording that, and I wish I was recording my development, my state, because that's something that, it's unbelievable. I mean, we changed so much, and you can see, I mean, if you ever had a journal and then you read your previous journals and you're just like, wow. I did that recently, and it's a very weird experience. It can be very painful, because you, like, I had this feeling, I'm reading this like, oh my god, this is so heavy, and I felt sorry for this person because she was in so much pain. So, and sometimes for the reasons that now I know are not, you know, if I could tell her something, it's just like, this is not important, this is not who you are, this is like what this person is saying, this is not who you are, or, you know, don't waste your time on all these people who don't bring you anything, you know, like don't contribute to your well-being and to the growth of your soul and your, you know, who you are. And so that was kind of like, you know, part of this mixed feelings. Then I said something smart, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But very interesting experience. Obviously makes you cringe sometimes, but and it's not, you know, I felt like, oh, these times will never come back, so how can I possibly tell you or express or share how I felt back then if I have completely different heart now and completely different, you know, I somehow need to connect back to this person and bring these feelings and these images up, and there are very subtle things, and there's a lot I'd like to share, which is very subtle and very difficult to explain with words. So I would hope to somehow, you know, convert it through art. And I think that's where we connect. And if through art somebody can look at something and you know, without explaining, I hate that when I hate explaining art. I think that should be really kind of organic. You just look, I don't know, you look at the painting and you just think, oh yeah, I know what it means, you know. It's beautiful. I wish I could do that at some point in my life. That's one of my biggest dreams, really, to share that piece of me that is unspeakable. Is that the word? You know, it's. But I think I've drifted away a little bit of what I was talking about. I was talking about YouTube. Oh yeah, and then that I wish that I was recording. The thing is that very often when things were happening, I was too busy living them. Not always for just like a, you know, kind of being in a moment, kind of meditative attitude, but just like shit was happening and you weren't really thinking about, oh, let me write this down or let me record a video of that. And there is a funny thing with video though, and with, I think with photography as well, that if you are behind camera, you somehow distance yourself from what is happening, and therefore you can't really participate fully in the whole thing. So sometimes it's a tough decision, you know, whether you're gonna have something on the camera or you're actually gonna be there this moment. And I think that you know, for a long time I had a camera, but I wasn't really using it. It's interesting times as well. But so I bought my first camera, like for my own money and my own, you know, it was DSLR. So I was like, wow, serious, oh, professional. So I have this big camera, and I'm thinking like, oh, this is so annoying, because you have to. I kind of have to plan that I'm gonna take it with me. It's not something that I can just carry around all day because it's heavy. You get lenses and then, so I just end up shooting from the iPhone. But I didn't have an iPhone for a long time, and then I discovered iPhone, and I discovered the quality that isn't anything short from professional, you know, like a DSLR. I mean, obviously it's different, but for my purpose, or for my, you know, I'm not very like technically oriented in photography, so for me that was enough. I just wanted to catch a moment, basically, and then yeah, then you can develop stuff, and I do become better in that. But for the start, it was just like catching the memories, and then when I started just clicking everything, and now I ended up with like tons of pictures and that are waiting to be edited, and I don't know if I ever make my way through them. So, and now I think I'm kind of trying to be balanced a little bit more, and sorry about that, I just kind of had full storage situation. So where was I? Talking about balance and photography. I'm trying to be balanced. Oh yeah, that if something is not, you know, if it's just something funny that is not that important, or I don't really want to share it with anyone, I don't know, it's just I try to choose wisely. And what else? What are we talking about? YouTube. So I had these ideas for years, and I was stopping and starting and stopping, and now I started this thing, and you know, I'm quite happy. There's a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to learn, and this is so overwhelming and scary. Why am I doing this? but it's fascinating, and I love talking to camera actually. And this is funny thing. Funny you've mentioned, because I think there is some kind of blockage in me that was, you know, I wasn't, oh no, do I want to share this? This is very intimate. This is a really bad light. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I think that I told myself that I am not supposed to be the person who enjoys this kind of things because I'm shy. I'm supposed to be shy because I was never that kid who was like, hi, you know, going first everywhere and just like, oh, shy. And I was, well, maybe not shy, depends with who, but just not this kind of person who's like natural performer, presenter, spokesperson. No, and I do love, yeah, that's the thing, I do love talking, and especially I love talking one-on-one with people that I have a feeling with, but I'm not necessarily, you know, like center of attention or anything like that. And I think you see that I'm getting a bit like embarrassed in front of camera, but that's not like shyness. I think it's just fucking awkward to, once you get used to. And so I thought that I will be, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a picture here, like, of someone I know, and I'm just gonna talk to them. Yeah, I'm gonna imagine I'm just talking to this person, and I'm just gonna, and they will never interrupt me, and that's beautiful, because I always interrupt people because I talk too much. No, I'm a good listener really as well. I try to, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just wrap it up. Am I? Because I have to stop at some point. So the point of that was that YouTube is great, and I'm doing these videos, so now you're gonna see a lot of them because I like doing this. So I don't know if anyone's gonna watch it at some point. I hope they will, and I hope, you know, I'll manage to really share with you what I'm supposed to share here, because I have plans and I have messages and I have information that I think is important, helpful, and obviously I have a lot of crap that I want to share just from me, like from my own, really from because I want to, and I don't really know why. And if somebody's gonna eventually watch this, then it's great. That's really, really great. Who knows what's gonna happen? Let's allow things to happen. Okay, so let's finish this rumble, and I'll see you in the next rumble. Take care.